Hello everybody, this is Ben from Hellstone Gaming, and I'm here with Kerbal, space program. And right here I have a space plane, as I would say, because it has the basic shape of a plane, at least the second stage, and I am using the C7 mod pack for this, only because their engines are a bit smaller, lighter, and have more capacity. I mean, their fuel tanks and their engines are a bit better than the normal, larger, bulky engine, even though they have less thrusts, but that's only for the smaller ships. But I have normal large thrust engines on the actual thing that gets it up. This plane has a lunar lander attached to it, so I'll be in the launch. Okay, I'm here at launch, and well, let's launch. This plane does have a tendency to randomly turn and rotate at launch, but that will go away when you need to stabilize everything for orbit. So ignore the spinning as I show you the vehicle. Well, yes. So right here we're using the two engines on the sides to just lift the actual plane up, and basically, yeah, that's all they really are used for, and just to do the little small adjustments in the sub-atmosphere. Sometimes I still use them when trying to get to the plane, get to the moon, or whatever you want to call it, but the actual plane thing has the landing wheels, which aren't very necessary at all. It's only if I have to do something really quick and it requires me to land like that, like if I'm positioned wrongly. But if I am not, and I'm perfectly fine, then I will use this lander. With this design, I have to really not press G, which is gear, because if I press that, it will actually detach from the rest because it hits the wings here, and kind of spinning a bit faster, but yep. And as you can see, I have a lot of failed attempts at things. This one I think being the farthest away. Nope, that one being the farthest away. Well, that one being the farthest away, and I have some orbiting around the sun. But yes, this has not finished rotating yet. I don't know what makes it do this and be annoying, but it just happens, and it's quite annoying. And now that it stopped, I can make fine adjustments that do not require SAS. So what I do to get this ready for orbit is I make sure that the north line is basically lining up with this aim sights thing. I really don't know what to call this orange thing. So the oranges are lined up, I should just say, and that gives you a perfect orbit equal to the moon's orbit. So now that we're fairly equal, we should start our actual orbit. Now, you want to be very subtle at first on this, and you want to make sure you're right on that line. And as you can see, I am not right on that line. So I'm going to make very small adjustments by pressing F and holding A down, just to get that perfectly centered on. Because just minuscule thing can mean the matter between life and death for Thomeld, Geofin, and L3 crewmen. So yes, right now we have a bit of a basically goes too far up the orbit, so let's kind of go more around the Earth than just up and down. I really don't know the terms for this, and I am not the best orbiter in the world at all. So Yeah. And I just really don't know all the things that contribute to having a good orbit. So right now I'm just lined up almost perfectly, maybe just a bit up. I can change that a bit. And now pull that up and basically watch the orbit. And the reason why this plane has no RCS on it is RCS kind of just confuses me. It's just a bit too. These were failed attempts on it. It just gets a bit too hard to control and everything. So I think I ran out of fuel. That is correct. So let's pull away from those and continue watching the line. Continue. Let's just speed it up a bit. And if you pull this thing up, you can make adjustments from this viewpoint. Slow it down now that I'm about halfway there. And I'm not going to try for like a perfect, completely equal to the moon's orbits. I'm going to just try an orbit which intersects with the moon's orbit 1 or 2 times. Just because it's just too advanced for me to do fancy orbits. So that's what I'm going to try to do now. Just from this position. Now we have to make sure periapsis is outside the gravitational pull of the planet, or else bad things happen. Okay, now that we have that right there, can maybe pull it out a bit further. Yeah. I think we should just wait it out a bit. So wait until we get over there. Maybe a bit faster. And I'm highly doubtful on the first try we'll intersect with the moon, or whatever you want to call it, moon. I'll refer to it as the moon because moon is too advanced lingo. I used a fancy word for language. Okay, so I'm not that sure on all of the orbits things, but I'm just going to go off my common knowledge. And my common knowledge is probably very, very, very stupid on this subject, but it should make sense. So this should be bringing periapsis up just a very slow amount. Keep in mind, I don't want that to extend very far. I only want this about 200,000 meters just to keep out of the gravitational pull. Oh, okay, that's probably good enough. As you can see, we intersect with the moon's orbits 2 times, so yeah. Yay! The Earth is... Kerbal is blocking out the sun. There is no sun now. But, yeah. So, now all we have to do is wait, and I'm just going to make sure that the apoapsis is not going to go up. Down, I mean. As I go closer. Okay, we're good. Now, we're definitely not going to intersect with them. Well, we might. Probably not, though. Because we slow down over here, because, of course, we're getting less gravitational pull. And we might actually, so I'm going to slow down. That sounds, well, we'll probably just barely skip it. Okay. Now I'm getting a bit nervous. This never happens on the second time. Second try. This is a bit unadvanced, and there are many different, more advanced ways. Yeah, we're gonna pass it. Unless it oh, we are captured. Now, I really am a bit confused on how this stage works, but I'm just gonna use common knowledge. I can still see lions and stuff, but I'm just going to aim straight down and put it on full thrust, and hopefully that will bring me closer. That makes sense, though. It should make sense. If it doesn't make sense, then I'll be sad. And sometimes there's a bug where the orbital lines stay there. But, yep. Yep. Now, that should bring this down, the parapsis down. But I don't think it's going down fast enough. I just want to wrap my orbit around the moon, because right now it's like around the sun after I skip off the moon. I think I should slow myself down maybe a bit. Go a bit back like this. That will only improve my orbit, and sometimes the line vanishes, and that annoys me a lot. As you can see, my orbit is not good. It is not awesome at all, but it's good enough. I've actually crashed on the moon tons of times, like over 10, because I misjudged my speed, and like I noticed I'm 1,000 meters off the ground, and I'm going 1,000 meters a second. Then a second later, I crash into the ground, and it angers me. Also, this line vanishes, which, yeah, it's annoying when that happens. No, oh, don't fade away. Oh, but yeah, so just wait for it. And I'm pretty sure, not so sure, I'm just a bit sure. Okay, that hits the crust of the moon. So, moon thing, whatever it's called. Ready just to completely reverse the orbit. So, getting ready by doing this. So, weird how flaps work in space. Whoa. Hi moon. Hi, Don't do that. Don't do that next time, though. When you do that, just don't do that, because that will happen. And this is very bad. This is a very bad thing to happen. This is very bad. Like, this is extremely bad. Like, I'm gonna crash. I know that for a fact. But there you have it. Landing on the moon. Sort of. It is a landing on the moon, though. Sort of. But it is a landing on the moon, nonetheless. So, everybody, that's a landing on the moon for you. May have not survived, but we landed, we got metal and our men on the moon of Kerbal. So, on the Kerbal's moon. So, yeah. Everybody, I hope you take this into recognition and notice that my mistakes were only because of me and not because of my aircraft. But yes, so everybody, bye.